was an unscheduled vlog. I wanted to do a vlog on Black History, highlighting someone in Black History Month. And with the invasion of Ukraine, I had to do a vlog. I was commissioned to speak at the Kyiv Security Forum, April 2017. And I was very shocked that I would be speaking at a security forum. And I remember I asked the First Lady of Ukraine at the time, Teresa Yatsensyuk, I asked her, why was I chosen? Why did you and your husband, Prime Minister Arseniy Yatsensyuk, why did you both select me to speak at your security forum? Fashion psychology, right? As a fashion psychologist. And they actually wanted me to speak on fashion as a soft power, okay, at the Kyiv Security Forum. And I did a good job. But Teresa said that, First Lady Teresa said that, it was their 10th anniversary and they wanted to do something that they never done before. And so they brought me out. And I remember my advisors, they were concerned about me traveling to Ukraine due to the war. I know they're talking about war right now, but there's always been some tension between Russia and Ukraine. And they were concerned about my being a woman, about my being a woman of color, and my being a black woman traveling. I traveled with my then intern at the time, Rose, and we made an impression, and I was able to talk about fashion as a soft power. Obviously, there were prime ministers there from various countries. There were also members of NATO there, and I was there as a bipartisan neutral party. Speaking on fashion as a soft power. I very much, I talk about politics in my book, but I really strive to be bipartisan in my approach, because at the end of the day, we're all humans. We're all humans. We all bleed, we all hurt, we're all humans, right? And so I'm just deeply saddened. I was crying today. At home in my apartment. I'm deeply saddened because what I'm thinking about is the Ukrainians and the refugees. I'm thinking of the casualties, and it just reminded me of families who fight, families who feud. And I was triggered because within my family, there's within every family there's feuding going on. And so within my family, there's a certain dynamic that is that certain thread that's woven to create my family, and I decided to use another thread. And when doing so, I potentially unraveled the garment that is of my family. But I decided to do that, to create a new garment with new fabric for the next generations. And it can be very painful. And so when I look at Ukraine and I look at Russia, they're both family. They're family. They're siblings. They're family. And when someone's trying to break away and utilize their own thread, weave their own garment, it can create tension, right? Things can literally, the original garment could be shred apart, right? And so I was just very much triggered. And all I'm doing is thinking about the people, the Russians. I'm also thinking about the Ukrainians, right, who are just innocent, and so I'm deeply saddened. As I said, I cried earlier. And I attempt to be bipartisan. I landed in Iran. I was on the Lorraine show, and I was asked a question that I didn't know that I would be asked, but about former President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump's marriage, and I did not comment on that. I landed in Iran. I had an emergency landing in Iran, and the U.S. State Department had to be called. My advisors called the U.S. State Department, and there's no U.S. embassy in Iran due to the sanctions, and so we had to be in contact with the Swiss embassy. But I made sure myself and the Americans arrived to America safely. So I travel around the world. Fashion transcends borders. Fashion transcends, politics. And as a fashion psychologist, with a book in multiple languages, my book has been commissioned to be translated in multiple languages. Russian, I don't have the Ukrainian cover due to the Ukrainian book due to the pandemic and now the war. And so I'm just deeply saddened, and I just hope that my Ukrainian and my Russian brothers and sisters, they can have some peace. They can have some peace, and that they can, get to safety. And I needed to say something. I wanted to say something. Fashion, again, transcends borders. Fashion psychology transcends borders. So I'll be praying. I'll be sending good vibes and good thoughts, that this thing ends as quickly as it began. And so my Ukrainian and my Russian brothers and sisters, you are with me. I did contact some Ukrainian friends that I know, and their family, they have family over in Russia. So it's not this Ukraine versus Russia, like the people, it's not that, Everyone has loved ones on either side. So as I stated, it's a family. So you all are with me, and I'm standing with you in prayer and sending good thoughts and good vibes.